We've all seen the 2015 Mustang S550 Ecoboost put up against the V6 model, and the Ecoboost has been consistently shown to be faster, but for 2015, Ford decreased the horsepower numbers on their 3.7-liter Cyclone V6 model, so the base entry-level Mustang wouldn't compete with the mid-level Ecoboost. Now, a quick aside for those of you who don't speak Mustang, S550 refers to the chassis code and is unique to the 6th generation 2015 and up Mustangs. What we haven't seen is the Ecoboost put up against the older, lighter, faster, and more powerful S197 5th generation V6. So today, we're going to find out which is faster. Alright, we're in the 2015 Mustang Ecoboost Performance Package Convertible. So this car obviously came equipped from the factory with the Performance Package that gave it the 355 gears, a little bit of an upgraded suspension, and 19-inch wheels and tires. So this is the fastest Ecoboost you can get from the factory. It is the convertible, so that'll slow it down a little and kind of throws a wrench into our test, but we're going to subtract probably about a half a second from our fastest 0 to 60 time in the Ecoboost to compare to the V6, since that is a coupe. So let's go find a place to do some testing, and we'll get to it. Let's put the top up just to try and make it a little bit more comparable to the coupe. Alright, so we are going to put it into sport mode. Actually, let's put it in track mode, and let's set off. Alright, we're just going to go for a plain launch, nothing fancy here. Alright, so I just took a quick look at the performance data that I just measured with the Ecoboost. It seems like our best run 0 to 60 was about 6.5 seconds. So that's actually pretty close to what Car and Driver recorded with their Ecoboost convertible performance package. They got a best run of 6.1 seconds to 60. And I'm sure they had some better conditions than we have right now. It's 96 degrees here in Florida, so that's definitely not optimal for doing acceleration tests. That'll slow the car down pretty significantly. I think if we had a 75-degree day, we could probably reach those 6 seconds, 0 to 60 in this car. Now, even though 6 seconds 0 to 60 or 6.5 seconds 0 to 60 isn't incredibly fast, it actually does feel pretty dramatic in this car. It'll throw you back in the seat pretty good, and the car feels like it's moving quicker than it actually is. So it's pretty fun to drive. Over into the 2011 V6 now. About this car, I got it in 2011. It is equipped with the Mustang Club of America package, which is a special edition appearance package that they had. It also has the automatic transmission, so it can be compared with the Ecoboost, and it doesn't have the performance package because I got this car before the performance package was introduced, but it does have the 331 rear gear ratio from the performance package that was an option from the factory. Now this car is one of the first to feature the 3.7 liter Cyclone V6 motor, which came out in 2011. This car made 305 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque when it was new, but this can't really be a stock for stock comparison against the Ecoboost because I've lightly modified this car. I've put on a airaid cold air intake, a BBK 73mm throttle body replacing the stock 68mm unit, and a bama 93 octane race tube. All in all, it was a pretty good bargain for what I got. I spent about $1,000 on modifications, and you really can feel the difference that those modifications have made on this car. I haven't gotten the car dynoed, but according to the modifications I've done, it should have about 330 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque at the crank, not at the wheels. So that puts it pretty close in range to the Ecoboost, which has 310 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque. So let's go ahead and ring this one out and see what we can get. Alright, we're going to do a launch the same way as we did in the Ecoboost. Here we go. Alright, we spun the tires there. Going to be a little less aggressive. Alright, well there you have it. Best time 0 to 60 is 5.2 seconds in the V6. So like I said before, we compared the Ecoboost convertible to the V6 coupe, which wasn't exactly fair considering we know that the convertibles are always a little bit slower than the coupes. So what we did is we took a look at the car and driver testing and found that they had a difference of about 0.6 to 0.9 seconds 0 to 60 in their Ecoboost coupe and convertible. So we'll split the difference, 0.75 seconds, round up to 0.8, and subtract that 0.8 from our best time of 6.5 seconds to give us an adjusted time of about 5.7 seconds 0 to 60 in the Ecoboost. Now obviously that's slower than the 5.2 seconds we got in our V6 car, but to be fair, the best time I ever recorded before the V6 was modified was a 0 to 60 time of 5.8 seconds. So one of the conclusions here is that a stock S550 Ecoboost versus a stock S197 V6 will probably wind up being a driver's race. One other thing of note is that the V6 right now has tires that are 40,000 miles old, and we did have some traction issues. So I think with a set of new sticky tires and wider tires in the back, we could probably break out of the 5 seconds and into the high 4 seconds 0 to 60 time. So what do you guys think? What entry-level Mustang would you rather have, the V6 or the Ecoboost? Let us know in the comments below. Well, anyways, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click here and check here for the latest updates on our Ford GT allocation. As always, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.